Okay, everybody, the recording has started. Let me go ahead and get this show on the road. So for those of you who are on this for the first time, one thing we like to ask everybody to do is make sure that you're muted out, and we will do a Q&A at the end, and so you can unmute yourself at the end and ask any questions that you have. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this thing. So what is the RNetwork? I always tell people this all the time. The RNetwork or any company is really only as strong as the people behind the company. So we've got these gentlemen, Roger Taylor, Trent Walker. Both of these gentlemen have a long resume in the world of technology. Trent especially a former tech guy over at Google, where he helped set up world payment programs, and you can read about him in the Wall Street Journal. There's a bio for all 5 of these gentlemen on our Facebook page, on the corporate page, also on our team page. You can read up about all of these gentlemen. I absolutely love these guys. I've gotten to know a few of them very well, and a couple of them pretty well. So a lot of stuff going on with this company. Is extremely exciting to be where we are at this time. But let me ask you a question before I jump into this. If you save more than you pay, will you continue to pay? And that to me is kind of we should make it our motto. I really believe that should be our motto. If you save more than you pay, will you continue to pay? The biggest killer in networking is attrition. It's where people come in and they pay on an auto ship, or they do something, they pay for a product or a service, and they end up paying more than they earn or more than they save, or both. And that's very problematic. So what I'm going to tell you about tonight is a solution for that, and it's extremely exciting. We're going to talk about a couple different products. Before I even get into the revvcard, what all the rave is about, I want to talk about the discount apps and the discount rewards starting just next month. This is so phenomenal, guys. So what this basically is we've got a list of merchant partners, and it says right here 375,000 partners, offers available, and over 600,000 merchants worldwide. The list is actually larger than that. It's growing all of the time. And what we're able to do is literally get into the system, their couponing systems, and offer all of these discounts everywhere. With this app, which is coming out very shortly, and there should be a demo very soon. With this app, you'll be able to go in there and you'll be able to search products for merchants, and you will be able to see what is available for coupons. And you basically go in there and take your phone, shop, put the items in your cart, your bag, or whatever, go up to the checker and click on the QR code or scan it, and you will receive those savings. So it's really awesome. The goal is to save well over $38 a month. We want to brag about how much money we save as opposed to how much money we make. If you are an average customer, consumer, and you are saving more than you're paying, then it is a valuable product. That is what is so key, and I think people really need to focus on that, because to me that is the most important thing in this entire program, is the ability for us to retain clients, just the average Joe who may or may not want to refer any other people. They may want to do this just for the savings. That is very powerful. That's something that people really need to think about. No need to search for coupon codes or shop for any deals. revvcard recognizes where you're at and shares relevant offers. Again, by tying into those couponing databases, we're able to, offer discounts on everything. You don't have to sit there and click out coupons in the Sunday paper. You don't have to sit there and upload coupons of different websites, things of that sort. It recognizes the offers and it shares them, which is amazing. And so this app is incredible. I've actually had people say that we should charge more than $38 a month for this. But you know what? I'm glad we don't. So that's only good for all of us. That's the app. Okay, so let's talk about the revvcard. App comes out in June, so next month. revvcard comes out January 2020. People ask me, why is it taking so long? Well, think about the technology being put into this card. Okay, you can see the money transfer from card to card. You can store all the payments, the membership, gift, loyalty, all sorts of different cards stored in there. The magnetic strip, the security, the screen, the Bluetooth, PCI compliant. If it's misplaced, the card will actually erase all of your personal information until returned. A lot of different things. So what that means is you can activate the card with your thumb on the back, and once it's activated, it's going to set two things. It's going to set a timer, and it's going to set a distance. And if that card ends up 90 feet away from you, it will actually shut down, and it will call your cell phone, and you can say, oh, right, I got to go get my card. If it's in your house and you haven't activated it, and say you lose your wallet or your purse, there's a GPS, and you can track your card, which is really cool. But a lot of technology being stored into a little small thing. And so it takes time. And then on the banking side, we'll talk about that here in a minute. We've got it.
Hey, John.
Yes.
I hate to interrupt. I just want you to know that this Zoomcast is only holding 100 people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why. So,
Right,
okay,
I'll
get
give you
it
a
fixed.
heads up.
Okay, yeah, it's supposed to hold 500, so maybe we went to an old one. I did it on my phone today. So, maybe I
Sorry.
went to a different account. No, that's fine. So, and that's why we're recording it. So hopefully everybody else can get in or hear it. So anyway, if you misplace the card, it'll call you. It'll shut down. A lot of security, but a lot of technology being put into this thing. The technology already exists. We're just basically fine-tuning everything, getting it ready, the banking side together, getting this card ready. So that's January 2020 when we have the card. And when I go over the compensation plan, I'll explain how to receive payments and commissions on those swipes. Also receive commissions now with the subscriptions for the discount rewards and all of that stuff. So let's talk about the compensation plan a little bit. So when members pay their $38 a month, what happens is, again, they'll receive the product right around June 6th. The second payment will not be due until after the product is delivered. So that second payment will not be due until later on in June once we have the app. I always tell people lead with the app because that's where people are going to be able to see the savings. And it's not just any Joe Blow company here and there. In fact, if you kind of go back to this list over here, you can recognize a lot of these names on here. Now, obviously, that's not all 300,000 plus, but you're looking at a lot of franchises, box stores, different traveling rewards, hotels, a lot of different things, places where people go and shop on a daily basis, not just every once in a blue moon. And so that's what's so cool about these merchants. And again, these merchants are constantly being added to. So that's really exciting because we'll be able to see a lot of people save a lot of money. So your first 3 signups, when you sign them up, you will receive $11 a month on your first 3 every month. Now, that means you want to get 10 charter members. There's 10 tiers in this program. So every charter member, and a charter member is just somebody that pays for the subscription for the discount app while awaiting the card. Once the card is delivered, we will not need the discount app because the discounts will be stored in the card, so it'll work as a discount app as well as far as a lot of other things too. The card's going to have a lot more features than just what we had in having this presentation. I just can't get into what all of those features are because some of the stuff corporate kind of wants to keep close to the chest and say, hey, we want to surprise you with a few features, but we're doing a lot of stuff on that card. But the first 3 members, you pay their $38 a month, you will receive $11 on each of those 3 each time they pay each month. Everyone else, you will receive $2 a month on your additional 7 charter members and $2 a month on anybody that they refer down 10 tiers in a matrix and everybody that may spill over on you on that same matrix. So $2 if you become what they call a founding charter member, which means you've sponsored 10 charter members between now and January, you will actually receive an additional 50 cents per person. So it's $2.50 per month per person in your organization. Outside of the first 3, it's $11. You'll receive the savings, and this is what I always stress. If you save more than you pay, then the commission should just be the cherry on top. Because that's the beautiful thing about this program. That's what we're so excited about. There will be additional products and services thrown into this prior to the card launching in January. I will allow corporate to let you know and announce what those products and services are. I know a couple of them. I'm not at liberty to say right now, but I'm very excited about some of the additional products and services coming into this thing. When members make everyday debit card purchases with their revvcard, so now the revvcard's out, we will receive up to 1% per purchase per tier. So that means 1/10 of 1% getting paid up to each member on a tier. If the average person, shops and spends about $1,500–1,600 a month on their debit card, which is about what the average is, you're looking at a couple more dollars a month just off of the swipes, which is really cool as well. Another thing that's neat is on the mortgage side, and I don't even think I do have that in the presentation. I've got to be determined, but that was confirmed by Richard the other day that it is 1%. So in July or August, when the banking side comes in, when we receive, when we become a charter member, we are able to receive a free bank account. We will have physical locations. We will have all the banks. The main location will be right here in Utah, right inside our corporate headquarters, actually, or very close to it. And the other locations will be out on the East Coast. With these banks, you will be able to become a member of the bank. If you have a mortgage at the bank and you pay your mortgage payment, you will send 1% of your mortgage payment up to your upline. Your downline will do the same thing. So it's not just the swipes, but it's also the mortgage payments. The mortgage payment side will start paying the time that the swipes start paying. So the mortgage side will not start in June or July or August when the banking side starts. It'll start once we have the cards and we're using it. So you're getting paid the $250 a month on just the subscription fees. The percentages on all the swipes, 10 basis points, which is 1/10 of 1%, plus 1/10 of 1% on mortgage payments as well. There will be other things added in. I will allow corporate to let you know what that is. Richard's plan is to basically help make you receive as much money as you can per month per member. So there'll be some other gems added in there. So the compensation plan, this is how it works. It's a 3x10 forced matrix. What does that mean? It means every time somebody signs up in your organization, they're going to be placed in the next available spot or next available position. Right now, this is how it works. Your first 3 members, whether you bring them in or somebody else brings them in, sponsors them, they will fill up your first line, your first tier, which is across 3 members. The second tier, 9 members, 27 members, 81 members, 243, and down the list. Okay, every time you bring a member in, you unlock a tier. What that basically means is when you unlock that tier, you will be paid on all 3 people on that first row. It does not, you can have 3 people spill over on you before you bring somebody in, then bring that person in and it will unlock that tier. They don't have to fall on the same tier. You also do not have to complete a tier or level to receive commission. There are no got-yous in this compensation plan. This is a revenue sharing plan. So everybody will receive the $2 a month or the $250 a month if they have their 10 charter members. That includes spillover, everything, and it's the same amount for everyone regardless of who brought that individual in. Okay, and again, each time one individual comes in, you will unlock that tier and you will be able to receive commission on that as well. Another great thing about this plan is what we call dynamic compression. This is my favorite part. This is a little harder to explain, so I'll try my best to explain this. What dynamic compression suggests is this. Every single time the system pays, it pays up 10 levels. It will pay the person who's qualified at that level. What does that mean? First question, so think of a lot of different microorganisms, just straight lines. So say, for example, you've got your 3 people cross your front line, 1, 2, 3. You've got 3 different teams you can almost suggest. And each one of those lines, just draw a straight line down 10 people. If those 10 people all do not have 10 people in that straight line, you will be paid further than 10 levels deep. Okay, that's what dynamic compression means. What that is a computer will ask you this question. They'll say, are you tier 1 qualified? So what happens when it goes to make that tier 1 payment, the person above them has not unlocked tier 1 or does not have a charter member, the system will skip that individual, go to the next individual. Are you tier 1 qualified? If the answer is no, it'll keep going up the line until it finds somebody who's tier 1 qualified. Then it will pay that individual. The next question the computer asks is, are you tier 2 qualified? And it follows that same trajectory all the way up the line. So that just means that, again, if you do not have 10 people who have 10 people in a straight line underneath you, which means, for example, on your first tier, that'd be 3 lines going down. Your second tier, 9. Third one, 80, 27, 81. The chances of 10 people having 10 stacked on top of each other quickly is next to none. And so you can be paid on several layers deep, tiers deep, rows, whatever you want to call them, on runaway legs, which is amazing. That's what dynamic compression is, and that's what we have in this plan. So it's really amazing how much money you can actually make. So kind of to recap here a little bit, I want to make sure everybody understands this. $38, what do you receive? $10 a month on the first 3 charter members, plus an additional $1 bonus on them as well. So actually $11 a month on your first 3. Okay, then $2 a month on everyone else on your forced matrix, auto-filled. Okay, $250 a month if you bring in 10 charter members between now and launch, which is in January of 2020. So you bring 10 people in, it's 50 additional cents. Okay, that's really cool. Once the card is here, up to 1% on all debit swipes, up 10 tiers, which means 1/10 of 1% per commission member. Okay. Also 1% on all mortgage payments to our bank, up 10 tiers, which is also 1/10 of 1% for each member. Okay, here's another thing that's really cool, guys. You can have a second matrix, almost a ghost matrix if you want to call it, customers. On a customer matrix, if you, for example, somebody just wants to purchase a card. So the card is going to retail at 2 different amounts, approximately $99 for a charter member, $150 for a customer. The difference is the customer does not want to go out and refer anybody. They have no interest whatsoever of being in the matrix, nothing like that. Okay, they just want a card and they want to use it. They can pay $0.00. If that customer refers another customer, or a charter member refers another customer, you are paid $25 of that $150. You are also paid 1/10 of 1% every time that customer uses his or her card. So what I'm saying, guys, is you can literally be in for free once the card is out and still earn a commission. A one-time 25 and a residual on all the swipes. A customer will only receive that commission on their customers. Charter member will receive a commission on all of their charter members, all of their customers, and all of their customers' customers down on a 3x10 force matrix with auto compression. So you can literally have a second matrix with just customers. I can tell you right now what I'm going to do. I'm going to retail the heck out of this card come January once it comes out. I'm going to run a lot of marketing on getting customers, on selling the card, just retailing it. And there's a lot of, we teach a lot of marketing concepts on this team. I've got a very, very long background in sales and marketing, and I teach a lot of concepts, give people a lot of ideas on how to retail this, on that side of things, on how to market, on how to do all of the above, okay? We are a very aggressive team. We love what we do. We feel that we're very good at what we do, and we feel that we have a very, very strong opportunity for everybody. There's a couple bonuses. Commissions on activities completed in our reward center are approximately mid-2020. Now, it could be a lot sooner than that. We're just saying mid-2020 just to be safe, and that's basically where people can go in and they can do sweat equity. They can go in there and do different tasks. They can watch videos. They can read different tutorials. They can take quizzes. They could do all sorts of different things, and they can actually earn points, which they convert to real dollars, and they can use that money to purchase the card or become a charter member. things of that sort. So literally use sweat equity. When those tasks are completed, you will also receive a bonus. You will receive a bonus of those free members or paid members doing those activities, which is really cool. That's just another way to make money. Commissions earned once your team saves a certain threshold of savings by using the app or the card. Those amounts will be determined later and announced. And so that just means if you've got a lot of people using the product underneath you and they're saving a lot of money, you will be paid bonuses on that, which is really cool too. So there's a lot of different ways outside of just the 250. But again, what do I stress the most? Using the card, sign up, receive your discount app, and start saving. Go show people how much money you're saving versus what you're paying, and show them that this is a very good product and it's a standalone product and this is a sustainable business, because if you save more than you pay, you are in a sustainable business and you do not even need the commission to keep you moving forward. That is crucial, that is essential, and that is what we are offering. Use the app, use the product, show your savings, refer your charter members, receive commissions, assist your team, and learn all you can. Okay. Lastly, very last, thank yourself for making the decision to be out in front of this amazing card. Think about all of the interests that we've already had just up to this point before the app has even come out. Okay, what do you think is going to happen when we start using this card in the stores and we're out there shopping around and showing this card off? It's going to go crazy. Okay, all of the marketing, all the stuff that we're going to be doing as a team and as a company when we can retail this card and all these different things, what do you think is going to happen? How do you think the masses are going to react to not only a discount card, but a card that can, store all of these additional cards in it? A card, we've got the whole cryptocurrency side I haven't even gotten into tonight because there's just so much. The crypto side comes out second quarter 2020. Where you'll be able to trade crypto, you'll be able to store it. It's insured 100%. I mean, there's just so many things on this card. What do you think is going to happen? Where would you like to see yourself positioned? In front of all of this or on the back end of all of this? Okay, this is what I asked myself. When I looked at this thing, I thought, geez, if I could save more than I pay, I'm already winning. Now I can position myself in front of this potential avalanche because this product is this amazing, and I can position myself now, make money while I'm saving money. I'm like, to me, I'm just thinking, I want to be a part of this. And the more I learn about this and what we're offering, the more excited I get. And I can tell you right now on this call, I'm maybe sharing 25 to 30% of this entire thing, because there's so many other things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't like to announce them until they're closer to developing, to happening on the bank side, on the crypto side, on the storage side, all that kind of stuff. What I love about it is we have guys like Richard and Trent and Troy and these guys. If you look at Trent Walker and you look at his resume and see what he did at Google and see that he was, again, featured in the Wall Street Journal, and just about his tech and his credibility and the things that these guys have done, their resumes are outstanding. That's what really, really excites me. So we're in front of something very special, guys. So what I always tell people is join us here for more information. You can go to our Facebook page. I record these. You can copy and paste the link. You can do whatever. Our page is called RNetwork revvcard affiliates on Facebook. RNetwork revvcard affiliates. That's what we are on Facebook. You can find us. You can join us. We have a pinned post, and on that pinned post, it goes over a nice summary of the program. At the bottom of the pinned post, you can scroll all the way down, and you can see our links to our files section. We've got this presentation in a few different languages. We'll continue to add more languages as we go. We've got all sorts of information in there, and it's kind of a one-stop shop where you can find anything you can possibly want to know about this program, and also materials you can use to market this program. So with that, guys, let me go ahead and answer a few questions. I'll take about 10 minutes on a Q&A. We can go ahead and wrap this up, and I can post this recording on that Facebook page and on our YouTube channel for you. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead one at a time, unmute yourself, and start asking away.
Hey, John?
Yes.
Yeah, Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Good. Listen, when do they expect this to get the sign-up situation straightened out?
The sign-up situation is pretty much straightened out, and so a lot of the stuff, basically, we just turned the system on yesterday, so most everything's working now. So really, if you go to the Facebook, I just posted, people have the forgot password and things of that sort. The only thing now that they're working on is there's some credit cards at smaller banks internationally that will not be accepted yet, but they will be accepted shortly. Those will be added on to the system. And once those are added on, we will have a full list of countries in the drop-down box. So our friends from overseas and everywhere else can join the fun, because this is pretty incredible. But as far as everything else, things are working a lot smoother now. We're in soft launch, so we literally just turn this thing on, and just like any soft launch, that's what happens. It takes a couple days to work out any glitches or bugs. And really, this is what's really interesting, because this is one of my favorite statements I heard recently. Programming always works. If you program the system to do something, it works exactly the way you programmed it. But you have to foresee, hey, will this work with this system or this or that? Is it better with Chrome? Is it better with Firefox and stuff? So the first few days of any program, you're going to have those hiccups while you're working through those things. But right now, everything outside of, from what I've seen, outside of the international payments coming in, outside of a few credit cards, the other cards won't work yet. But everything else has pretty much been tightened up, and we'll constantly update that information on our Facebook page. So great question. Any other questions?
Can you hear me, John?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, this is Dr. K from Florida.
Yes.
I am in this industry for over 35 years, and in just one day, I am so amazed and impressed with how the response of the founders themselves to help get everybody settled. And in just 24 hours, all the issues have been solved, and we have signed up people in 6 countries already in my team, and the list is gonna go off the hook there. And I haven't seen really response from founders themselves. 5 founders are on the go with everybody helping. And the development team done a great job. This is really impressive, and thank you so much. Please extend my team great feeling for this opportunity. We are on the go for the long haul. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. And you're right. Richard named this RNetwork because this truly is our network. It's very exciting, and we've set a culture in this company, and with the leadership team. A lot of these guys work really, really hard. I mean, I could tell you, they're up all hours of the night, getting everything, working correctly and everything. And another thing I'm very excited about is all of the upgrades that are coming between now and June 6th. Watch for changes in your back office. That's all I can say right now. I'm not allowed to say what they all are, but yeah, we're in a soft launch, and it's, other than a day or two where it was kind of tough, it's getting better and better very, very quickly. So awesome comment. I appreciate that, and it's just going to continue to get better, especially between now and June 6th.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Yeah, this is John Campbell calling from Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to re-emphasize that for everyone that's involved with our network, with RevVcard, and everyone that is bringing individuals in, I have posted the Facebook group link in the chat here. So you can go to the chat and click on the link or grab that link and give it out to your people, because that is the main group where you get all of the information updated daily. There are sometimes 4, 5, 6 update posts throughout the day. There are questions and answers in the file sections that can pertain to almost every question. I'm going to say maybe about 98% of all of the questions. So go and grab that link that I posted in the chat room here on the Zoom call. Thank you, John.
Awesome, appreciate it, and thanks for your help on that page, by the way. So he's one of our great admins, has been helping me a lot. Any other questions? I've got a couple more minutes that I
Hi,
can.
John.
Yes, I have a question.
Houston.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, I have a question. I'd like some clarity. On the presentation you just gave us, it said discount apps discount app and discount rewards, 375 offers available from over 600,000 merchants. Now I've seen it listed, and I don't know if it was other charter members listing it or not, but I've seen it as 375,000 U.S. merchants and 600,000 global. So is it a discount app from just 375,000 offers?
Right. So it's there's 375,000 in the U.S. and 600,000 overall. Now these numbers are actually conservative, just because the list has grown. But until we have the actual real number, we don't want to post what it is. But so basically, what we've done is we've gone in and we're able to tie into their couponing databases and things, and there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. And so what we essentially want to do, Richard, and I'll probably talk about a lot tomorrow night in his conference, is he eventually wants to be everywhere. I mean, like, he wants the small businesses as part of this network too, not just the big box stores and the franchises. His dream, his vision is to get this all over the place. And so that's what they're working very hard on. We've got a team dedicated, and that's what they do, is they set these relationships up. So this list is constantly growing, but yes, 375,000 US based and 600,000 worldwide. But wait till June, and I'd say probably early July, you'll start hearing more and more about additional things that are kind of tagging onto this space, but it's pretty exciting. So very good question.
Okay, thank you, John.
Yep, and I had somebody else that was chiming in at the same time. Yes, sir, if you want to go ahead and ask your question. I know someone else was trying to ask a question at the same time, and I wasn't sure who it was.
John, questions?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes. Can someone get a second card, like a husband and wife, each one on the same account?
I believe so. Yeah, you can order more than one card, and so in fact, that's what I'm doing with my wife. We'll each have one card.
Okay.
Yeah, because
and what will be the price for the second card?
It's just $99. So as a charter member, the card's $99, and it's $150 if you're just a customer.
Okay, so if you're a charter member, you order a second card, then it's $99, correct?
Correct. Yep, $99 per card. Yep. And then each card sold in your downline, you get a dollar on those cards as well. So for example, if people in your downline purchase a card, you get $1 each time a card is purchased. If they're purchasing it as a customer, you receive $25 on that card. So that's
right.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. Thank you, sir.
Yep, no problem. Then somebody else had a question?
John, are we having problems with people in Canada? I have one of my downline husband is trying to, for 3 times today, I believe, tried to sign up, and when it comes to the payment part, it won't accept their card.
Right. So only the larger bank cards internationally are working right now. So corporate asked us to give us a few days, maybe even to early next week, to make sure we're able to also accept all the smaller bank cards in these other countries. And so some of the people internationally are able to pay, some are not. And so once the other smaller cards are received into this merchant program, the payment side of things, then we'll go ahead and make that announcement. So I just tell people to sit tight. They haven't lost their position or anything. And so those will be, it'll be taken care of. They're not going anywhere. They can go and finish the payment. And then once those smaller cards are also accepted, then we will add the list of countries to the drop-down menu as well. Corporate did not want to add that list to the drop-down menu until even the smaller bank cards are accepted.
Okay.
That's what's going on in Canada and worldwide right now.
My second question was
John, is
my
card, the only way you can do it there right now is through Google Chrome with a computer? Can you use a phone or not?
Okay, hold on. I'm hearing a couple difference. Okay, what was that?
Okay, I'm just saying that with the card. Okay, when you sign up, people are having difficulty because I guess they're not using Google Chrome. Do you recommend using Google Chrome?
Yeah, you don't have to, but from the troubleshooting we have found, the most effective is Google Chrome and not using a telephone. So now you can sign up in a lot of different other methods. And again, as the day goes by, more and more troubleshooting happens and this is fixed and that's fixed. But that's why we wanted to soft launch and not go into pre-launch until June 6th, because we knew by then everything would be working very well. So this is our first stage, but I think like Dr. K mentioned, where we jump on it as quickly as we can, and we just boom, 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 boom. These guys are working well into the night. I can tell you the programmer on this is phenomenal. He's one of Trent Walker's guys, and so he's no joke. This guy knows what he's doing. He's extremely good at this. He's a master programmer. That basically means he trains other programmers, but this is not his first rodeo. So things are being tightened up very, very quickly, and we're very excited. But yeah, good question. Chrome, Google Chrome is the best to use right now, but you can sign in and sign up with other search engines and things of that sort. But Chrome is best if used, especially on a laptop or a PC. But everything else is being tightened up.
Yeah, because I've talked to people that have actually got through by using the iPhone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Some haven't.
You necessarily don't have to use Chrome in that, but it just seems to be the best method right now. But you can sign up several other ways. Yeah, go ahead.
John?
Yes.
John, this is Beverly.
Yes.
Can you speak about a little bit about the system that you're going to be showing us? Because my team is really interested in being a part of that as soon as possible.
As far as
for recruiting.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So what I'm basically doing is I'm going to retail this. And so I plan on receiving the app, using it, receiving the discounts, showing my savings, and then retailing it on. And so I'm going to run a lot of what they call SEO, or search engine optimization. That's basically being ranked on Google. I've got I'm employing a professional marketing company itself, so I'm not using a system per se as far as a funnel system. I mean, there are several good funnel systems out there, but I use a professional marketing company, and we're just going to run a lot of campaigns using them. And then what I'm going to do is basically, as I test drive these campaigns based off of their effectiveness, then I can go to people on the team and say, hey, would you like to co-op and run a campaign with me, and we'll use your link, because it doesn't matter to me because everybody's on my team. So I don't care whose link is in there. It makes no difference to me. And so, but I like to prove it first and prove that everything's working well before I would even offer that to anybody else, because the last thing I want is anybody paying anything out of pocket on a campaign that's not working correctly. And so, but that's what I'm doing. And so on my sales training video on our YouTube channel, I go really into depth about what we're going to do on marketing for this team. And so feel free for anybody on your team or yourself to watch that video. But yeah, that's definitely something. Our team has that niche. We have a lot of people with a lot of experience in real life marketing, and we're excited to employ that experience plug it into this team.
Okay, how soon do you think it's going to be before you're going to implement that to us?
It's going to be at least in June, just because I want the app first, right? I want to be using the product and run a campaign or two. So as soon as we get the app and we can show the savings, I'm going to finalize my first campaign, run it. So I would say probably towards the tail end of June, before we've got a lot of campaigns running, and then probably sometime in July that will say, hey, if you guys want to co-op, here's an opportunity. And that's how I'm doing it. But again, I just want to get the card first and use it and show the savings. So I have something to go to the marketing company with, an actual use case, and say, hey, this is what we're promoting. These are the average of savings. And it's not just for me. I'm actually going to post something on our Facebook page and ask people how much they're saving every month. So I can take those testimonials to the marketing company and say, hey, this isn't corporate marketing. This is just something our team's doing. And so it's just something that, like I said, I've got a background in marketing. So I'm just going to use that to help the team as much as I can. So that's kind of just a
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I have a question, John.
Yeah.
The 10 in the pen for
Yes.
founding, did you correct? You did say we have till January 2020?
Right. You can, I mean, there's no timeline per se that you have to get your 10, but there will be a qualification after the launch, the official launch of the card, where you'll have to get 10 customers before you become a charter member. That is waived during the pre-launch. So if you get your 10 prior to January, then yes, you will never ever have to meet that qualification. You will just be a charter.
Okay, I was thinking for the promotion about being a founding.
Oh, founding member, yes, and that's also, you have until, I'm not sure what the date on that one is. Richard will probably talk more about that tomorrow night and what the timing is on that. But I know founding members will be those who have 10 in the pen, and they will have the stock options available to them as a founding member. I don't know when that cutoff is yet, though.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead. A couple more. Go ahead.
I have a question.
John.
Okay, never mind.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's about the sign-up discount.
Okay.
I'm seeing rumors that it's being extended.
Yes, till June 15th. So, yep, June 15th. Anybody that signs up uses revvcard, REVVCARD, in all lowercase letters, and that one seems to work better on Chrome and on a PC. And if they do that, they will, that initial $30 will be waived, so it's only $38 a month as opposed to $68 month one and $38 a month following.
And what about those of us that paid it to begin with because it was
paid
rough?
the $68 because it didn't work last week? You get 2 months.
Do we need to send a support ticket or?
No. You will not have a payment due until month 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Real quick, John, 2 questions if I may. So first one is, if you get your 10 in the pen per se, one of those 10 charter members that you bring in, if they stop paying their monthly fee, do you still have your 10 in the pen necessarily, or do you got to go out and make sure that you keep that 10 in the pen if somebody were to drop off in the incident when January rolls around? If you did the work and stuff, but if one of those people quit paying, you got to keep that work up, or you're going to fall into to where you have to get the 10 customers before doing so.
Right. If somebody stops paying for whatever reason, if they're using the app, they probably won't stop paying. That's why I was training people, use the product and save more than you spend. Then that way,
right?
There's no reason. But say, for example, they do stop, you'll want 10 active members, and so to be active, you need to be making that payment. So if you lose a member somewhere down the road, then you can go. And here's a question I posed to a lot of people back. This is very interesting to think about, and this is entirely up to every individual person. But what's cool about this, say at that point you've got some spillover, or they've brought people in, you've got a decent sized organization, say you've got 8 members, and you're thinking, gosh, I'm getting paid on 8 tiers, but I could be getting all these other payments on these additional tiers. Would it be worth floating somebody $38 a month, to lock them in? And so you're making the payment because now you're making $400 more a month by paying that $38 versus And so that's just a strategy. I'm not saying you have to do it, but there's a lot of different scenarios you can look at, and that's one thing I've thought of is like, well, gosh, if I ever go under 10, which I don't think I will, but say it ever happens, is it worth my while to do that because I can make X amount of money more? In fact, in this system, at some point, Richard's actually going to have that programmed in to where it says, this is how much money you made, this is what you would have made had you had your levels unlocked, and which is really cool. It kind of dangles that carrot, gives people incentive. So, but that's just the thought, but go ahead, and you said you had another question.
Yeah, so the second question was, and I asked this to you, but just to clarify for everybody here, this is JD from Utah. Anyways, so the app, if for say a husband and wife are together, right, and one of them is a chamber member, but the other one's not, let's say mom usually does the shopping, husband is gone or whatever, you know what I mean, working, whatever, or vice versa. They both cannot have the app working under one charter member, correct?
Not that I know of. I think it's the app because it's a download on your phone, and then once it's downloaded, there'll be a recording of that download. And so once you purchase that app, you download it once, and then it's there. So I don't think there's a way to allow because and so whoever's got that phone doing the shopping or whatever, and they scan that QR code, that's where the app's going to apply.
Okay. I was just curious if there's a way, because obviously we're going to be able to have joint accounts just like a regular bank, right?
Right.
And that's where I was curious if there's somehow that would play into play, say somebody doesn't want to worry about, I mean, obviously it makes sense to have your spouse or your partner in it with you, but if in that incident, you know, hey, I have the app, I have it all, I'm the charter member, but my wife goes to the store and I want to be able to use that and utilize it, but it's not on her phone, you know what I mean?
Yep. No, it makes sense. Yeah, and on the bank side, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, I can tell you on the bank side, this is a full-pledged 100% bank account. So anything you can do at your bank, you can do at this bank. That I can tell you. And so, and you know, so any bank perk or bank that, you know, this has all of the bells and whistles of a bank. Your money's FDIC insured, just like a bank. The crypto is going to be insured. On the other side, and yeah, we'll get more into that banking and crypto side when the banking side is closer. I just like to kind of talk about what we have out in front of us now, just because I don't want to, you know what I mean. I just like to get closer, and then we'll talk a lot more. And that's why I told you earlier. I'm telling you guys about 30% of what's really going to happen, and I'm excited about the 30%. I can't wait to talk about the other 70%. But yeah.
Are you going to be at the Holiday Inn tomorrow?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I'll be there.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for your questions. I'm going to go ahead and post this recording. I apologize, only 100 people were able to get in tonight, so that was really weird. Should have allowed 500, but I'll get that fixed, whatever it is. Again, soft launch. I had a technical difficulty, so I apologize for that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, it's Leonie from Brisbane, Australia. I posted a couple of private messages asking a couple of questions to you.
Okay.
Could you answer those?
Basically,
I just wanted to know how we find out what is available to people in Australia, what merchants.
Oh, that I don't know yet until the app comes out, because there's hundreds of thousands of merchants, and so it's really hard to know. And I don't know what stores are in Australia versus America. Does that make sense? And so once the app comes out, I'll know a lot better. There'll be a search feature on there. You can kind of search for merchants. All I can tell you on the merchants is that's a lot of larger kind of franchises, you know, like McDonald's, Arby's, Subway, you know, a lot of the, well, here on this page, you see a lot of different shopping centers. And I don't know, you know, because I've never been to Australia, so I don't know. But I can tell you when the app comes out, there should be a demo on it too, here in about a week. And then,
so basically, once we've got it, it should be able, like if we sort of want to go shopping, it should list the merchants that are available to us in our country.
Yeah, you can do searches and everything on there. Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, also another thing,
it's always growing, which is exciting.
Yeah. So on top of the $68 we pay to sign up, will we have to pay the $99 for the card?
Right, 99, but the card won't be available to purchase until January. So we have till January to pay for the card.
Right, okay, so that's a separate cost.
Right, yep, it's a one-time cost. There's no monthly on the card.
Okie dokes. And just one last question. Could you post the link of your YouTube channel in the chat? Please.
Yeah, if I can find it. And it's on my Facebook too. I don't know if somebody can post that. I don't have it right here because I've got this pulled up.
Okay.
But if somebody wants to post that in the chat real quick, if not, I'll have it posted. I'll post it tonight on the Facebook page.
Okay, that'll be great.
And it's also, if you go to the pinned post and scroll to the bottom, or go to the files section on the Facebook page, it's in there too.
Oh, awesome. I'm in that group, so yeah. Thank you very much.
John?
Yes. One last question, then we got to go. Yeah.
We will be able to recommend smaller merchants to the merchant list or neighborhood
Yeah,
merchants.
if you want to recommend them, go for it. Yeah, we're interested in any and all merchants. So, very interested. Again, Richard's goal is to have as many merchants on here as humanly possible. So, the more the merrier. So yeah, if you want to get with him on that, and ask him about what that process looks like.
Thank you.
Yep, awesome. All right, guys, everybody have a good night. Sorry I can't take any more questions just because we're running up on the hour here, and I'll go ahead and get this posted, and we will see you guys Thursday night, and it will hold 500 people Thursday night. So thanks, guys. Everybody have a great night.
Thanks, Don. Awesome.